There was a man who feared nothing in this world, except being alone with himself. But one day, life forced him into solitude. And what he discovered there, changed everything. Before we begin this powerful story, if you love wisdom that transforms lives, subscribe to Inspire and turn on notifications. You don't want to miss what happens next. In a small village nestled between mountains, there lived a man named Kaito. He was always surrounded by people. Every morning, the marketplace. Every afternoon, the tea. Every evening, gatherings with friends. Kaito believed that a life filled with people was a life filled with meaning. He feared silence, the way others feared darkness. Whenever he found himself alone, even for a moment, he would feel an uncomfortable emptiness creeping in. So he filled every gap with noise, with conversation, with distraction. His friends admired his energy. Kaito never stops, they would say. He's always there when we need him. But deep inside, Kaito was exhausted. He was so busy being everything to everyone that he had forgotten who he was to himself. Then came the winter that changed everything. A terrible storm isolated the village, and Kaito's elderly master, a wise teacher named Master Shen, fell ill. With his last bit of strength, Master Shen gave Kaito an unusual task. Go to the mountain cabin. Stay there alone for 30 days. No books, no visitors, just you and the silence. Kaito protested. Master, why? How will this help anyone? I should be here, helping the village, helping you. Master Shen smiled weakly. Kaito, you have spent your whole life running. It is time you stopped and listened. With a heavy heart and a mind full of resistance, Kaito made the journey to the isolated cabin. As the village disappeared behind him, his anxiety grew with every step. The first 3 days were torturous. Kaito paced the cabin like a caged animal. His thoughts were chaotic, loud, overwhelming. Every uncomfortable emotion he had been avoiding with busyness now surfaced. It felt sadness, regret, fear. Without distractions, there was nowhere to hide from himself. But on the 4th day, something shifted. As dawn broke over the mountains, Kaito sat in stillness, and for the first time in years, he simply breathed. In the silence, he began to hear something he had never noticed before. His own inner voice, not the voice of anxiety or fear, but a deeper wisdom that had always been there, buried beneath the noise. Day by day, solitude taught him lessons no crowd ever could. He learned that being alone is not the same as being lonely. He discovered thoughts and dreams he had suppressed for years. He confronted parts of himself he had been running from. In solitude, Kaito found clarity. He understood why his relationships had felt shallow. He had never been fully present, always distracted by the next thing. He realized why he felt exhausted. He had been living everyone else's expectations instead of his own truth. The silence wasn't empty. It was full of understanding, full of peace, full of himself. After 30 days, Kaito returned to the village, but he was not the same man who had left. His friends immediately noticed the change. There was a calmness in his eyes, a strength in his presence that hadn't been there before. He no longer feared silence in conversations. He listened more deeply. He spoke with more purpose. He was fully present with people because he had learned to be fully present with himself. Master Shen, who had recovered, smiled at his student. Tell me, Kaito, what did you find in the solitude? Kaito replied, I found the one person I had been running from my entire life, myself, and I discovered that he wasn't so frightening after all. In fact, he was the friend I needed most. The power of solitude is not about isolation. It's about integration. It's about meeting yourself without distraction, without masks, without escape. In our modern world, we are terrified of being alone. We fill every quiet moment with screens, noise, and endless busyness. But in doing so, we lose connection with our deepest self. Solitude teaches us who we truly are beneath all the roles we play. It strengthens us by forcing us to face our fears instead of running from them. It clarifies our purpose by silencing the world's opinions. The strongest people you know are not those who are never alone. They are those who have learned to be comfortable in their own company. They have befriended themselves, so don't fear the silence. Don't run from solitude. Embrace it. In those quiet moments, you will discover a strength you never knew existed. If this story resonated with you, subscribe to Engspire for more wisdom that transforms lives. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a story that could change your perspective. And let me know in the comments. When was the last time you spent quality time alone with yourself? What did you discover? Remember, the journey inward is the most important journey you'll ever take.